right, Cedar Point is open and wants you inside of it. Make sure that you stop either in or out. The Grill and Chill's right there. They're sure to have a cherry dip cone for you. Experience the all-new boardwalk at Cedar Point. New ride experiences, Cedar Point's Grand Pavilion. The sights and sounds of that classic beachside resort. Out on it to sell you on Cedar Point. CedarPoint.com for details. A couple of passes here for you. Caller 10, good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Alan Cox. He's been asked to leave on multiple occasions.
Get out!
He does that whole, huh? I can't hear you. It's too loud in here thing.
100.7 WMMS.
You're going, Jesus, Alan, what do I have to give blood to get to Cedar Point? No. I mean, it passes for you all week.
Money.
But you can give blood.
And money.
And money, too. Blood money, maybe. Red Cross is actually doing a blood drive, and you can get passes by using the sponsor code Cedar Point.
Oh, there you go.
While you're setting up an appointment. American Red Cross in Cedar Point. Free tickets for you donating blood. You can do it all throughout Northeast Ohio. They're doing it in Cleveland, and Youngstown, and Massillon, and Avon. Now, you only get one ticket. Here's a hook. So you got to have not only a +1 to Cedar Point, you got to have a +1 to the blood drive. They're not going to give you 2 tickets for one person's blood. That's a bad deal.
If it's really, really good blood.
It seems like an improper blood ratio, blood-to-ticket ratio. If it's really good blood?
Like really good blood, like the best blood.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know how they would quantify that. This will run through August, by the way, so you get the whole summer.
Like no additives. It's like organic.
Organic blood.
Yeah.
Free range?
Free range. Mm-hmm.
Farm to table?
Mm-hmm.
Blood?
Yes.
Ooh.
That might be worth 2 tickets, right?
So if you decide, when was the last time you gave blood?
I don't give blood.
You don't give blood?
No, I don't like
Is
needles.
that a personal thing, or it's...
I don't like needles.
You don't like needles?
No.
How do you feel about people who don't like not having blood?
There's enough blood. There's plenty of blood.
I don't like needles. What are you, 5?
No, dude, I don't like them. Like when I have to go get blood drawn at a doctor, they have to like distract me and ask me questions like my phone number and my address and stuff, and I have to like look away. When I was little, I know.
Yeah, but you know your phone number and your address. Those aren't distractions.
No, just to have me not thinking about the needle going into my arm. When I was little, my brother had a bicycle accident.
Do you use faint?
I feel super queasy, and I can't look at it happening. When I was little, my brother had a bicycle accident, and I watched like a nurse in training, I don't know what they're called, trying to get blood from him, trying to put an IV in, and it was just squirting blood everywhere.
What?
I swear on my life, it was all over the bed, and the like regular nurse who was training her had to like step in and do it correctly.
Well, yeah, the
ever
trainee.
since then.
Oh, you were there on the day
Yes.
the trainee did. I see.
So ever since I saw that, I'm like, needles on veins, shots I can do, tattoos I can do, needles going into my veins, I'm very, very uncomfortable with.
Okay. So a needle scraping your skin for hours,
Not
totally
a problem.
cool.
It's not a vein.
One going into a vein. What if so your whole life could have been different had the trainee nurse not gone to take blood. If
Yeah.
a professional, and they're professionals, but I mean just less skilled,
Right.
right? If a more skilled phlebotomist had been on site to help with that, then your whole life might have been different.
Maybe.
You might have thought completely differently about horror movies and everything.
Maybe. Blood makes me feel weird. It should be on the inside.
Bill, when was the last time you donated blood? Has it been recently?
No, it's been a very long time, too, because I was told that once I went to the Philippines, I wasn't allowed to donate blood anymore. But that was
Anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 6 months.
Well,
Yeah.
I
Like every time we come back from overseas or Mexico or something, they're like, okay, you can't donate blood for 6 months. Poundcake can do it now. They
but
lifted the gay restrictions.
Philippines was a different thing.
I'm not out of spite, though.
You said you didn't want my blood then? You can't have it now?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Yeah, but
getting
what
it.
about these people who could really, really use blood?
Maybe I did. No, I think actually I did do it when we had a blood drive at Oak Tree once.
Yeah, years ago.
Because I think we talked about this, And I went and I was like, hey, can I give? And yeah, so I think I did it a few years ago.
Carmen
Whatever that
Angelo
was.
and I were at opposite ends of the table getting our blood drawn at the same time. And he was like, that's 80% marinara.
Yeah, right.
Like, okay. Well, then guess what? That's probably not going to be very viable for donation.
If someone I knew was like, yo, I need all your blood, then
So
I
you
would
have
help.
to know them. See, this is a problem. Nobody cares unless it's somebody they know. And
Yeah.
everybody talks about how empathetic they are. Everybody tells me how I'm a robot and how empathetic they are, right? It's all poppycock and hogwash because they have to personally know somebody.
I don't like needles, bro.
I know, you told me.
So if it were like a matter of life or death,
It's literally a matter of life and
why
death.
do they need my
That's
blood?
why people
There's
donate.
so much blood.
You know, Alan, if donating blood was a matter of life and death, maybe I would get over my juvenile fear of needles because I saw a little squirty squirt 10 years ago.
Don't even start.
It's actually better to see a squirty squirt because if there wasn't a squirt, it means the guy was probably dead. So,
Oh, well,
Mm.
doesn't dust come out then?
yeah.
Isn't it either squirt or dust? Is that how it works?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay, I don't either. I'm not a physician. I'm not a phlebotomist. I don't know any of those things. Anyway,
When's the last time you gave blood? You're talking like you go every other week and you're giving blood.
3 months ago.
Like you're like, oh, here, take my blood.
Well, I donate blood with some regularity, yeah, because my dad died of essentially a form of blood cancer. So I've been giving blood for a long, long time. Platelets and all those kinds of things, yes.
Don't make me feel like a douche about it.
Well, no. You don't like needles.
I don't.
No way around that. I mean, listen.
And doesn't it take a long time?
No.
Don't they have to, like, to
Define
take
a
a whole
long
bag
time.
out of you?
No.
How much do they take? They're not taking one little vial like when you have to get blood drawn.
Well, it depends. I mean, yeah, they'll take maybe 2 or 3 vials, however
I thought
much
they were
that
taking
is.
like a bag.
Listen, you don't get blood work done when you go for a checkup at the doctor?
Yes, and I'm saying they take a vial of blood.
Okay, well, then they take a vial of blood from you.
But that's not what they
But
take
that's
when
not
you
even.
donate
What
it.
I'm saying is that's not even going to a person. That's for them to run blood work on
It's
you.
for me.
Right. These
Yeah.
are for other people who need it.
And I'm asking how much they take. I thought it took like a half hour and they take like a quart of blood.
I think it
And
depends.
you're all dizzy and messed up.
I
That's
think
Theranos, and they say only just a drop of blood.
I think. What?
Is it what? A drop
The
of
woman who's
blood?
going to prison? Shut. God, this guy. He's just throwing nails in the road. Here we are having a conversation, and this guy.
Shut up, Poundcake.
So she preyed on people like Mary.
Preyed on me.
Shouldn't prayed over you, is I think what he meant. No, I think it depends on if you're giving like plasma or blood or platelets. I'm
when
sure
you
there's
donate blood, how much blood do they take is my question.
a few vials,
That's it.
but I don't know how much that is. I don't know how much each vial is. You act like they're taking a saddlebag of blood
I
from
swear
you.
on my
I mean,
life, you see the bags of blood,
but
like
you can't
an IV bag.
But you
I
can't
thought,
remove half the blood volume from a living person and have them. I mean,
listen.
that's not what a donation is.
In college, I had friends who would donate blood on days they were going to drink because it would make them get drunk faster. So they would, I'm not even making this up.
No, I know you're not.
They
This is the one time kids love science.
Yeah. They would go donate
How can I
blood.
get hammered faster? Just donate
Because-
blood. And you get beer money.
Because they would take so much from you that it makes y'all woozy.
Right.
And since there's less blood, your BAC is higher.
And you get beer money.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're taking enough for it to affect how your body works for the day.
Well, they do say kind of give yourself, if you're giving a lot of blood, like give yourself a window. I remember we had a blood drive at my station in Chicago, and for whatever reason, I was rushed that day or I forgot I was donating blood. It was a blood drive at the radio station, or our company was doing it. And I had forgotten to eat. And I
You'll
passed
pass
out.
out, yeah.
Well, I was in one of those chairs, like a dentist chair.
Dude, they take a pint of blood
Okay.
when they do this.
Okay.
500 milliliters is the traditional amount,
Okay.
which is
I wish they put it into a
six-
pint glass.
Right.
That would make it
That's
easier.
so much blood, dude. That's so much blood. How much blood do you have? I don't know how much blood people have. Isn't it like 8 quarts
But you're
or
not
something?
going to they're not going to take a sizable amount of the blood in your body. I mean, but I passed out and I like woke up, they're like, have some apple juice and a cookie. I felt like it was 6. I was like, God damn it.
10% of your blood supply.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot, dude.
You still have 90%. I would take those odds on anything. Hey, there's a 10% chance that this isn't going to happen. Okay. Those are really good odds.
I'm just saying.
1 in 10?
It's not a vial or two. It's a pint.
Well, you asked me. I mean, I don't know.
So when are they only taking? I'm saying I don't know where you're going that they're only taking 2 vials of blood for a donation.
Well, they might take. I don't know. If you do it with more frequency, they might. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
It says they can't take less than 470 milliliters, which is 15 ounces.
Okay. And you don't want to give up 15 ounces.
I'm saying that I think that your information is incorrect. I don't know that you've donated blood or where you would have where they go against Red Cross protocol.
I'm not saying they did. My memory is not good, though. I'm not saying anything about. I'm not besmirching their abilities or their. I'm saying that I don't recall. I know that when I go to get my blood work done every summer for my checkup, they take a bunch of vials. And obviously you can't donate a certain window around something like that, but I don't know. Because here's my thought on the needle thing. The needle, it's not like they have to keep poking you. I mean, unless you don't find a vein. Do you have strong veins?
I have strong veins.
Then that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. But
they
I'm
just
telling you,
they poke you once. Then take all the blood they need and then remove it. So they don't keep.
What freaks me out, it's not the repetitive poking. It's if they mess up poking a vein, you
305.
die. If they poke you the wrong way and air gets in there, you're dead.
Do you know how often that happens? 0%.
It doesn't matter.
That they poke. That you die because they screwed up. You just saw the girl spray blood all over your brother. He's still alive.
And that freaks me out.
Oh.
I don't like messing with major arteries and major veins any more than necessary.
What happened to the universe looking out for you?
I bet if you're addicted to heroin, you'd change your mind.
I'm not addicted to
You
heroin.
don't have plenty of people don't shoot heroin.
Why do you think yes, I've
but
never
you
done.
are an addict.
I've
So
never
if
done
it's-
venous drugs because of this fear.
Venous drugs.
I'm
Is
just
that the
saying,
word?
if
I
there's
don't know.
a way, if
Intravenous
there's a way to get over that fear of
Start
needles,
doing heroin?
it's to get you to start doing heroin.
You can smoke it. That's no loophole.
No, because it doesn't affect you the
He's
same.
trying to do aversion therapy over here.
Right.
No, I don't. It's just a
That's
thing
a great idea.
makes me very uncomfortable having
Okay.
my major vessels touched when it's. And I see now people are coming at me and be like, "Oh, you're saying that donating blood is unnecessary?" Well, for me to live, yeah. And I know
No,
that
it's
sounds
not-
super selfish.
Like
but
Mary said, when it becomes a matter of life and death,
if my sister
then
needed
she'll
blood,
right.
I'd give it to her. If Brian needed blood, if one of you guys needed blood,
I don't need
I
your
don't want
blood.
your selfish blood.
Yeah, I don't want your
All right.
pity.
yeah, right. Because as soon as it got in your veins, you'd be a better person.
I don't need your charity blood.
Hey, can I put this out there real quick?
No.
If you are a very skinny woman, where do you buy clothes? Because my girlfriend has a job interview tomorrow.
Wow, humble
and she
brag over
can't
here.
Find
Bill's
Did
telling
she
everybody
go
how
to
skinny his
Express?
girlfriend is.
What?
I told her to go to Express.
Yeah, it's-
they have like 00 pants. They have the smallest pants you can buy.
She didn't like the stuff there, and also was out of her price range.
Oh, so you want cheap, small Walmart?
They don't got small stuff at Walmart.
Well, I don't know. Target? I mean,
You got to
unless
play to
you've
your
got
audience.
kids,
They're
yeah.
not
if you want cheap and small,
Well,
Target,
not like
Marshalls.
cheap, but like Express was just
inexpensive.
a little over price for her.
well, I
What
feel
about
like
Target?
you're gonna pay $50 for a pair of work trousers.
Yeah, but
Amazon.
they were like 90.
Carhartt.
I haven't shopped there in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Where does she normally buy clothes?
She hasn't bought clothes in forever because she's
Where
worked
did
at
she buy them
bars.
last?
It's been forever.
Wait,
Like,
what is it? She's
she
getting a new
hates-
job?
She quit her job as a bartender. She's got a job with a tech company tomorrow.
Oh, so she
She's-
has to
Interview.
wear like
Yes,
office
interview.
casual. I
Yeah.
see.
So she needs some office clothes, and so if you are a slim lady, tell
Borrow something to Poundcakes.
it's still too big.
She's a slim lady.
I told her to go
he's
just look in
bigger
the
now.
boys section.
No. I mean, try
Then she
like
can
a
get real
Marshalls.
pockets.
A Marshalls
She'll show up in a
or
Minecraft t-shirt.
There you
TJ
go.
Maxx or something.
Hey, those tech companies, they like stuff like that.
Sure
Hey,
do.
This is a video game.
Hey, look at that. Well, okay. Listen, I didn't mean to go off on a big, long blood tangent there.
Well, you're trying to make me feel bad about
No,
not
I'm
donating.
not. I was, well, yeah, I am.
When's the last
I
time you
know you
donated?
listen,
are.
When's
but
the
who
last time you
cares?
donated teeth, Alan?
Who cares? You're an adult and you'll get over it.
Alan.
Alan. Hey, by the way, you know who else failed? All of the Kyles in our audience. I put the call out a couple of weeks ago that the town of Kyle, Texas, which is the fastest growing city, this is suburban Austin, okay? Kyle, Texas is one of the fastest growing towns in the whole state of Texas. They practically doubled their population over the pandemic. And so they were going to have the Gathering of the Kyles in Kyle, Texas. They wanted to set the new world record. And so I put the call out to all of our bureau chiefs, not only our local Kyles, a couple of whom contacted us, Kyle in Grinnell, Iowa, who listens, Kyle in Gastonia, North Carolina, Kyle in Nashville, Kansas City, Savannah, Georgia, all of our Kyles. Now, sure, you had to drive to Kyle, Texas, right? And it might not be an easy thing to do. But when there is a world record on the line, couldn't get it done. They missed it. They fell 835 Kyles short at the Gathering of the Kyles.
Is that a lot?
It's a lot of Kyles.
It's a lot of Kyles.
But it's close. I mean, within 1,000. That's
the
pretty
record
good.
is 2325, 2,325 people. They wanted to beat that
They
record.
got pretty close.
They fell. That's almost a third, though. They fell pretty short. I mean, it's
Okay.
not like they fell 50
Wait.
short. They fell 835 Kyles short this past weekend. So thanks for nothing, Alan Cox Show Kyles.
Can I read?
I don't know how much clearer I can be. What?
Can I read a message that I got from a phlebotomist about?
Oh, great.
Please do.
It says, I've been a phlebotomist for 20 years, and Mary sounds like an idiot getting air in the veins. Oh my God, shoot me.
Well, that's what I
Which
said.
is
Like,
like-
that doesn't happen. Like, they don't give you
I
a
guarantee
stroke
that
while they're
person
taking.
Also just doesn't like me.
What?
I said that person probably just also doesn't like me.
I think that person.
I think that's
usually does
outweighed
like
by
you.
being a phlebotomist.
I think the phlebotomist part is what she's leaning into.
Ask her how they feel about Jesus and angels. That'll be the defining,
All right.
Wow, Bill getting texts from phlebotomists. This
Yeah.
guy over here. Between Richie Rich Mary and the ice cream truck and you
Whatever.
getting blood taken texts. Hey, Melanie,
Hey guys, it's the show.
what's up?
I actually wanted to chime in on the blood draw aspect because I definitely understand both sides of it. Like Mary, I hate the individual needles, but I could go and get a tattoo and be just fine. So I don't know how that works, but with the air and the line thing with the blood transfusions, though, I'm anemic and I've had to have at least 4 or 5 blood transfusions in the last 10 years.
Jeez.
My most recent, I had 4 bags of blood in 24 hours.
Yeah, they're at the House of Blues this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
Are they going to be
on
on?
2 hours to
2 hours
midnight.
to
4
midnight,
bags
yeah.
of blood Saturday night. I'm playing them. I'll tell you what that means. It means that having a cool picture of your zodiac sign in your thigh is more important than trying to save someone's life, Melanie.
Whatever.
Well, no, not exactly, because my iron is so low, I actually cannot donate blood for another person. So whenever I do have to take somebody else's blood, I always send up a little prayer to that person because I've been so low with the blood.
Well,
that I
yeah, well,
literally could
okay,
go
but
into, like, cardiac
right.
arrest.
Oh, rules for thee, but not for me.
Well,
Give
you're
me
di-
all your blood, and I'm not donating any back.
But she's describing a whole.
Yeah,
She's got a whole thing going on with the anemia. and all that.
gimme in the blood community.
Blood for me and not for thee is what Melanie's saying. All right, thank you. There's Melanie from Berea, of course. Another rich girl
God.
checking in,
Stealing everyone's blood.
taking everyone's blood. What are you, O positive, A negative? I don't
Jeez.
care. Give it to me. Put it right in my face, and I'll drink it.
Unreal.
All right, listen. Donate blood. Gets you to point tickets if you strike out with me. If you want to text 35192, and we'll be back.
It's the Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio app and your